Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Technomancer with your host, Nighthawk. I'm over here in the room that I've been clearing out behind our portal around our new area, because it's time that we start putting together our processing room again. I started building a road out here. I've got to make some more nether brick half slabs to finish the road, and that's going to kind of connect off this way. I want to build some more little houses and kind of turn this into more of a village with my big house up here as kind of the center theme, and all the other houses will have different purposes, I think. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to end up turning out, but it will turn into something interesting, I'm sure. For the moment, I figured we'd get some of our supplies set up and get started with building a basic processing center. So, obviously, I haven't done anything for the floors or actually decorating the room yet. In case you haven't noticed, I'm not the best at design when it comes to building. But we're going to see what we can come up with over time here and continually refine it and start making it look cool, I think. So let's start by setting up a area for our engines. And I think what I kind of want to end up with here is like one wall with engines that are powering. Maybe, yeah, I think I want them on this, setting up on this wall. And these are, I'm going to have to get a wrench to turn these around the correct direction, I think. I also need to get some glass, because I don't have any glass right now, and that's going to be a problem. And then what I'd like to do from there is have them connect to wooden conductive pipes into the gold pipes here, and then bring the gold pipes down this wall, along this wall, to power our machines. Now, this may only end up being a portion of the processing facility in the future, like just power production. I think, if anything, it will probably get converted to only being power production in the future. And we need to set up some renewable power production and things like that as well. Let's at least get one of these engines hooked up here. That's not what you were supposed to do. And now I broke the wall. Let's try that again. There we go. Give him a lever. Actually, though, when it comes down to it, the levers for these guys need to be out of the way. And maybe what we should do is run and grab some redstone and just make a switch that we can turn all of the engines on at once. Now, the reason why I don't want the levers on the wall is I want to make some hoppers to keep the engines loaded with charcoal. Or, yeah, I think that's going to be the best way, is just to have hoppers on the wall. Now, I don't really have, I guess I kind of do, but don't really want to spend the iron on the hoppers quite yet. But I want to leave room for them at such a point as we actually do start making those. And what we'll do for the engines is we'll just run a line of redstone this way and set our lever there, and that way we can turn on all of the engines. That should turn it on. Or maybe not. Okay, well, I've got another idea on how we can do this. That should have... I thought that would have lit it up. Okay, so what we'll do instead is close this back up. And we'll go in behind these engines. And now put our lever on the wall here. Now that I know has got to start it up. What I'm wondering is if this guy is just not starting because nothing is actually connected as a consumer of power. What happens if I plug him in? That redstone is right on it. It's got to be powered. Why, oh why is that not working like it's supposed to? I mean, if I power it right there. So, I mean, it's powered. What's the deal? I'm confused now because that should have worked. Do I need my redstone up a block? We can try that. And we'll move our lever up one block. Ah, there we go. That works. And this should be mostly hidden by the hoppers when we're done. So that'll work. Now this guy is not in the right place yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by putting the pulverizer here. And we'll set this up so that blue is on top. And then we're going to put red off to the left. Actually, no, we'll put orange to the left. Just like that. Now what that should do, as long as we can connect the pipes, which I guess I don't really need the other engines plugged in quite yet. What we'll do is next put a powered furnace next to it that the engines will power. And that way this guy starts charging up. And we'll also need to make, I think we can make gates. Yeah, we can make the assembly table and make some gates. And that way we can turn the engines on and off as they need power. The other thing that I want to do is... let's see, what are they called? I want to get these redstone energy cells, but I need diamonds for that. So I need to get set up where I can get more diamonds, and that's going to take a while. Now, the good news, though, is the Stronghold is right down at level, right into diamond levels, and as it turns out, there's a... When I first moved over here, I found a creeper spawn, or not a creeper, a skeleton spawner directly below here. Now, this actually, where this skeleton spawner is, connects into a ravine and kind of wanders around underneath the area here, connects into where that stronghold is. So it's a whole bunch of different entrances into the same great big cave system, which is really cool. So we're going to make a lot of use of that, I think. Now, the other thing that we need to start hauling over to that processing room is all of these ores. And we've got a really big backlog of ores and different things that we need to start processing. We should probably also look at getting the coke oven set up to turn our coal into coal coke, because I don't think we really need to have the coal around for anything else at this point. So we're going to set the iron ore in to start pulverizing, and we're going to make this upper chest our new ore chest, and we'll start bringing ores over shortly. And I'm going to go ahead and basically put all the rest of these machines in here for the moment. And let's take a look at our powered furnace. So this one here is the furnace that I want to make. So we need a machine frame, some bricks, some copper ingots, and a redstone reception cell, which takes gold. I don't know. I think I have some gold, but I'm not sure. Let's go and... I think the gold is actually up in the Thaumcraft tree. So I don't really want to just go harvest that. And once we get some of this stuff shifted over, we'll be able to start turning this house more into a house instead of this, storage closet room. I also need to make a new sword, because the sword that I had got, it's not broken, but it's very, very low on durability right now. So I need to get that. I need to get either that sword repaired, or I need to make a new one. Let's see. Anything else that we need to take over? I guess we can take one of these furnaces over as a temporary solution until we can get our powered furnace made. Now, the one nice thing here is this portal will keep any bad guys from wandering into our machine room, so we don't have to worry about getting interrupted while we're working. And we also need a crafting table over here. Let's go ahead and put that here. And let's put our temporary furnace on the other side. Put some of that in. Put some gold in there. And let's swap out the iron for gold. Now, once we get rolling here, we can basically just start processing all of our materials into bars. We don't really need anything kept in the ore form in here. We might keep some in the future, but we don't really need to keep that much in ore form. Some of the other things I was noticing that have been expanded in the latest version of the Tech World, or the Magic World pack, is the Steve's cart assembler has a whole bunch of modules for it now, which look pretty cool. Look rather complex to make, but I think that's going to be pretty cool to play with that in the future. And some of them make the cart building process much faster and different things like that. A couple other things that I need to make here are a sand production machine, which is basically just a igneous extruder connected to a pulverizer. Oops. That's right, that doesn't take it out before it starts processing. Most of the machines all take the source material out before they start processing it. Okay, let's get... There we go, there's that part. I guess I only needed one piece of gold, didn't I? Let's look at this here. We've got the reception coil, we got our copper, we got our bricks. Oh, I guess I do need one more piece of gold, and I need some iron. Iron. And Oh, that did not do what I expected it to do. But it was kind of cool. Okay, we need some glass. Now, the main reason why we need the sand production is to make sandstone and different types of chiseled sandstone for our Thaumcraft research. We are getting close to done with Thaumcraft research, I think, but we'll also need the various aspects to throw into the cauldron to make different things. Okay, I have no glass at all. And no sand that I can see either. Is there... I've got 2 sand. Yeah, I definitely need to get that sand maker going. So let's actually take a look at the igneous extruder. We need 2 bits of glass, a piston, and another machine frame. So we need to go find some sand. So I'm going to go do a little bit of resource gathering and collect some sand and get a couple of things together, and I will be right back. And we're back, and I've got a little bit more done on our processing facility here. I've got our pulverizer all running pretty well now. It sends its items once it processes them into the powered furnace, which then cooks the items. And I also have things hooked up so that they will actually automatically deliver our finished materials into this bottom chest. So I think what I'm going to do is move the machinery into the top chest at some point. Not going to worry about doing the reorganization right now. I also got our igneous extruder set up. Still need to make another pulverizer for it, but it took me a while to figure out how to get it to accept the water and lava. Used to be that you just stuck the bucket of water or lava in this orange square and it just worked, but now you actually have to just click on it, click on the block with the filled can or bucket or something like that. Now, in order to run the output piping, I went and dug another floor to this. So now we have a piping floor for all of the output. I probably will do something along these lines for power as well, or move the machines up against the wall and have all of the power conduits going through the walls. But for now, at least the output from the furnace is all nicely contained, so that do those take redstone? It goes one a little bit faster. Must be just that cobblestone pipe is just really, really slow. Yeah, cobblestone's just really slow. I might change that to something else, but for the time being, it doesn't really matter too much. It's just, it doesn't really matter how fast it is. I also put an enchantment on my pickaxe of the core, so now it's super fast. And that gives us these clusters of ores on occasion. And basically is a really good way of mining some of these materials like that. Let's get these. Oh, come on. Let's see. We don't need those. So let's go ahead and fill that back in, because I didn't really want that to all cut out. But basically, that's kind of my little hiding spot down here for all of the piping, so it's out of the way. And I'll put a door of some kind right here in the future so that it's not obvious that that's there and in the way. So those are working great. The clusters here, like this native copper cluster, Each one of those actually will give more resources. So those are a great way of providing or doing your materials. So these I want to put up here. I'll probably keep this for ores, since this would be the stuff to be processed, and then once it's processed, it would go in this other chest. And perhaps what I really should do is set up a couple more chests over here that we put all of our machines and random mechanical type items in. So that's all set up. Now the next thing that we need is another one of these pulverizers, and for that we need some flint. Flint is the biggest thing that we're missing right now, so let's go see if we have any flint in the other house. And if not, we can find some gravel and just toss the gravel in the pulverizer and not have to do the pulverizer tricks, or the drop the place the gravel and break it however many times it takes to get our flint. So there's some gravel, we'll just use that. So yeah, that's the general idea anyway. Now, one thing with this pulverizer that we're going to be putting here to make sand is it doesn't... the gravel sometimes gets pulverized into... or the cobble sometimes gets pulverized into gravel. So we will end up with some gravel hanging around, which is not as nice as we'd like, but there's not really much we can do about that. Okay, where did... oh, that's because that's a furnace. Let's try this. That should work better. So that's the general idea here, is we're just still need to make the hoppers for our machines here and find a good way of organizing some of these machines. Might do vertical stacks and just have the powered conduit go up, or however we end up powering these things as we go around the walls. I may also want to make a passageway that goes around behind all of the machines, behind the wall here, so that we can access all of the conduits and energy cells and different things like that that we end up using. Got quite a few different options for how we can set things up. Let's put some more iron on to cook. Now we need iron, and I'm probably going to do this recipe wrong yet again, even though I just did it not that long ago. I don't know why, but for some reason, any recipe that requires going around in a circle, I always end up doing it wrong. And I need a piston. There we go. So let's get our second pulverizer going here, so that we can make some sand. There we go. Stick him there and make sure that he is accepting input on the top. He's not going to send anything anywhere for the time being, because I don't want to overload any chests. What I might do... what I could do is grab a couple chests, and we'll just, for the time being, make this the end of the line, and go output everything to the side here. I think that attaches to inventories. Yeah, there we go. So that way, as this thing processes sand, it makes sand, it will just start filling up this chest. But if it fills up and we're not paying attention to it, then it won't just dump items onto the floor. So that should work nice. This we can turn off all of the places except the bottom, because we only want to send the cobblestone down. And now we have our basic processing set up. Now Obviously we still need to do some stuff with the sand and turn it into different types of sandstone for Thaumcraft purposes primarily. But we're actually looking like we're in pretty good shape here. Now the next thing, next on the agenda, I think, is going to be getting some more mining done. Now I can do a caving episode and setting up the strip mine type episode if you guys would like. I don't know when I'm going to actually record that, or would be available or able to record it, so I don't know if it will be the next episode or not. But if you guys would like to see more caving type episodes, then please make sure to mention that in the comments, and I will keep that in mind. I may do some basic resource gathering, primarily looking for diamonds, but we'll see about how we end up doing that in the future as well. Too much caving kind of gets boring, I think, as well. But that's the biggest spot that there's the risk of me ending up killing myself, with the exception of going over to collect wood and having a creeper fall on me. And then having another creeper fall on me. Yeah, the tree farm is broken right now. So sad. So sad. So, anyway, I think that's going to do it for this episode. I am currently working on the logistics to get our fundraising stuff set up, so please keep an eye out for that coming up very soon now. Is actually in open beta now, and I have the some of the stuff set up, but I just need to set up a web page that you guys can go to in order to donate, and then we can start helping out Child's Play charity. And I definitely appreciate you guys if you're willing to donate. If you're not able to donate, don't worry about it. I'm not going to stop making videos or anything like that. So don't worry about it if you're not able to help out. Not going to be a big deal. If you are able to help out, then I definitely appreciate that as well. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching, and please take a moment to hit like and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!